Here's Thomas from the arc, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer, and so it's the Bronx, leading by 17 at the end of the period. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Bronx leading by 17, and Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
And it's Silk in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
And let's check in now with Shams Charania, standing by for a special report on some action in the Western Conference.
Thank you, B.A. With time winding down before the trade deadline, it's OKC making the news. They wanted a star at the point guard spot, and they got one with De'Aaron Fox joining the team. Making a move for a star like Fox is the type of thing that can shape this franchise for not only this year, but the seasons to follow. The speed, athleticism, and playmaking that Fox is known for is something that this team felt was well worth the price they paid.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thank Luke, the Bronx shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now here's Porter. Tight defense on him. 4 on the clock. The shot from 20 feet out, rebounded by Che. Che's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the bodyguard, laid it in with a nice touch off the window. The bodyguard's got 11 points.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness, red hot to start this half.
The Nets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
The Bronx shooting their 2nd attempt at the line tonight. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
Here's Dimon. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
The baseline, Jay. And there's the Bronx with another bucket.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Claxton. Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's Wolf. Down low. Here's Thomas. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
And this is just one of those blow-up nights for Thomas. He has one of these every once in a while.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. So what's the difference between the diehard fans and the casuals? Well, Kevin Durant said some fans get programmed to just think about free agency and drama, and they only care about the finals and players' legacies. But he's hoping the fans lock in on the game itself, not just the storylines. Brian, back to you.
It's a good point. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Brooklyn shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Another shot. Thomas with a double team. Yep, that one's good. He's got 27.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
From outside, off the mark. The Bronx has got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. We'll grant for a late first-round pick. Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A., he's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
Timeout called, the Nets.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And the Nets making a change here. Williams is checked in. Here's Wolf. Knocks down the triple. Wolf's got his first 3 points of the game.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Pass to Silk. Here's the bodyguard. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Here's Thomas, following the bucket by the Bronx. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, it's always a good sign when Thomas is creating for his teammates.
And the Bronx with possession here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Dub. 24 points for him. And Claxton comes to help. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. And Claxton throws it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Bronx?
Well, look at this. I mean, points off turnovers. So aggressive, forcing the other team to make mistakes, and it's really paid off.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Tipped. In transition, here they come. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Johnson with a bucket.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Here's the bodyguard. He's got oh my goodness!
Disrespectful. He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Here's Clowney. Lays it up and banks it in.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
The Bronx has got all 4 threes to drop from downtown in this game. Here's Dub. Banked it in off the glass. Dub's got 26.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Thomas. The Bronx grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. Johnson is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Williams. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Clowney in at the center position. Here's Dub. 16 feet out. And there's the Bronx with another bucket.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Count that one.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Pass to Dub. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
The shot by Johnson, no good. For the Bronx, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Che. Che's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Dub. Right side Johnson. And here's Porter outside. Pure from 3-point range.
Boy, the coaching staff loves when Porter Jr. takes these kinds of shots. It really helps establish a rhythm for him.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Here's Johnson, and it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Dimon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
The Bronx has gone a perfect 5 for 5 from deep tonight. Here's Dub. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points. Dub's got 6 points in the quarter. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Dimon. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. For the Bronx, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Here's Dub. And there's the Bronx with another bucket.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Pass to Wolf. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And here's Porter outside. Buries it from 3.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release and deep range, too.
Thomas with a steal. Here's Dimon. Oh, from deep. The rebound by Silk. Here's Dub. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the fourth. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
Outside Porter. This one for three. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the home team.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
And they've had the better of this matchup by far this season. They'll have won all 3 meetings with only one more left against Brooklyn.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Dub.
Absolutely tremendous offensively. Relentless, accurate, on point. What a night.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And so he hits both. Here's Dimon. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And out of bounds, the Bronx will have it.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And the Bronx with possession here. Here's the bodyguard. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call them ladder climbing.
So we see the Bronx get the win here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all